Solar-powered flights, the next level of aviation? Since the Wright brothers first took to the skies in the early 20th century, aviation has gone a long way. Gone are the frail glider assemblies that could only carry one person. Today's aeroplanes are massive constructions capable of transporting hundreds of passengers from point A to point B, at speeds approaching 600 miles per hour. Let's find out how exactly are solar-powered flights, the next level of aviation. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Success Tank. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Also comment I subscribed, and we will personally respond to each of your comments. Modern aviation's effects. Modern aircraft, nevertheless, are extremely polluting, accounting for around 3% of the human global warming impact. As nations develop and people travel for vacations or work, this trend is expected to continue. It has been recommended that we should reconsider how we travel, and the aviation sector is under tremendous pressure to cut carbon dioxide emissions beyond 2020 to aid in combating climate change. The best part is that efforts have already been taken, outdated planes are being substituted with more fuel-efficient planes, and flights are being planned to guarantee that fewer seats are left empty. Well, is there anything else that can be done? Should aircraft be rebuilt or slimmed down, or might air traffic procedures be made more efficient? Biofuels, fuel cells and solar-powered planes are among the other concepts that are under consideration. Solar Impulse 2. The Solar Impulse 2 is an engineering marvel by any definition. This solar-powered plane, which Bertrand Piccard and André Borschberg are presently flying around the world, didn't consume a drop of petroleum on its epic journey over the Pacific Ocean. It exemplifies how far solar technology has progressed. Sadly, anyone anticipating that we'll all be zipping around in solar aircraft anytime soon would be disappointed. Aircraft that is powered by the sun. Solar Impulse 2, a solar-powered single-seat aircraft that has a wingspan bigger than a Boeing 747, made history in 2015 by becoming the first solar aeroplane to traverse an ocean, flying from Japan to Hawaii on solar power alone. The ultimate objective for solar-powered aircraft is to be able to fly continuously. It's a basic concept. The wings are blanketed in solar cells that gather the sun's energy. Solar Impulse 2 has 17,000 across its jumbo jet-sized wings. Much of this energy is utilized right once to operate the propulsion system and onboard equipment, while the remainder is stored in a rechargeable energy storage system, in the case of Solar Impulse 2, 4 lithium polymer batteries, to keep the plane flying at night. At a max speed of 43 miles per hour, this is enough to carry about 2 tons of weight, including a single passenger. It also emits no toxic exhaust emissions, does not pollute the atmosphere, and is environmentally beneficial. That may seem remarkable, and that is for this initial stage technology, but when you realize that a Boeing 747-400 can transport 400 passengers at 570 miles per hour, it isn't that astounding. Before a solar-powered aircraft can be utilized commercially, significant progress must be done. It's also not enough to load up on solar-powered batteries on the ground because it would add even more weight to the plane and greatly increase the amount of energy required for takeoff. A gallon of jet fuel has around 15 to 30 times the energy of a lithium-ion battery of comparable size. Because of this basic disparity in energy density, large commercial airliners powered by batteries are unlikely to take to the sky. Is the notion of employing solar-powered planes, however, a good one? Yes and no. Perhaps the sluggish speed of the lightweight solar-powered aircraft isn't a concern for individuals who fly for fun. The typical jet-fueled plane, on the other hand, is still the superior alternative for individuals who need to go from one side of the planet to the other. Design improvements in the aircraft. What else is there except solar power? Current planes might be redesigned. The next generation of planes might have open rotor engines and completely carbon fiber frames. Longer, thinner wings supported by a truss are being investigated by NASA and Boeing, with the hope of reducing fuel consumption by up to 50%. Their present concept works quite well in wind tunnel tests, but altering the entire design poses a significant risk, especially if it proves to be incorrect, so it is unlikely to appear in new aircraft very soon. Another alternative is to employ low-carbon biofuels, which have the potential to replace up to 30% of jet fuel by the year 2050. Cellulosic biomass, grasses and uneatable plant parts, or even algae are most likely to be used as the fuel. Although some planes have flown on green source fuels in the past, it is unclear if sufficient volumes of such fuel will be accessible for widespread usage. It's difficult to scale up the method for producing the fuel, and biofuels are still expensive, around 3 to 4 times more expensive than jet fuel, though this price may fall as production rises. In an ideal world, we'd prefer biofuels that emit substantially fewer greenhouse gases than jet fuel and don't interfere with food supply as corn-based ethanol does. As a result, firms like Boeing and Airbus are investigating the production of fuel from cellulosic biomass. They've even tested experimental jet fuel generated from these green sources in a few planes. There's also the matter of whether there will be enough biomass to meet the demand for large amounts of jet biofuels. Cellulosic ethanol for automobiles and trucks already has legislation and initiatives in place in the United States and Europe. Furthermore, some climate plans foresee a large increase in zero-emission power generated by cellulosic biomass. For our energy demands, there's only so much plant matter to go around, so who gets prime importance? Well, that is yet to see. Solar-powered planes may not be the future of commercial aviation, redesigned jets fueled by cleaner fuels are more likely, but could they have a role in leisure flight? Only time will tell. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.